Hey, I'm Ethan. Welcome to the Midnight Show. Tonight, I'm going to be working on a new beat. What kind of beat? Well, not really sure how to describe it other than like techno beat or maybe like synthwave or something like that. One of those two. But anyways, I hope you guys like the new format. Trying to make my videos a bit shorter, easier to sit through, and easier for me to edit. So I think it's a good change. And with that being said, let's get started. First thing I did was the chords. I started by looking through a bunch of different instruments until I settled on this kind of like synth pad sound. After that, I played this little chord progression right here. And then fix it up, quantize it, same old, same old. And then bam, I made the second chord progression right here. And then next thing I did was take the top note of each chord and then I copied it and then pasted it and raised it an octave just to make the chords sound a bit fuller, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Oh, and then I also did the same exact thing but one octave lower instead. And yeah, there's the chords. Next is the effects. The first effect that I added was this equalizer called Fruity Parametric EQ. I used it to lower the high-end frequencies and make the sound a bit more subdued, a bit smoother. The next effect that I added was reverb because personally I think reverb just makes everything sound better. Just makes it feel like, I don't know, a bit more atmospheric, if that makes sense. So yeah, I added that. And then the third effect that I added was a flanger. And what a flanger does, which I totally didn't just Google right now, is it mixes two identical signals together with one signal delayed by a small and gradually changing period. Did not copy that directly from Google. And I guess essentially just makes the sound wiggle. That's that's my way of describing it. Anyways, the last effect that I added was this thing called gross beat. It's pretty fun. You can like use it to make it stutter or give it patterns or as a flanger, and basically it gives all these cool changes that I'll show you right here. You guys actually saw me use it last time for the chords there, and now I'm using it again to give the chords this weird kind of trippy reversing kind of sound. And that's it, so yeah, cool. That's all the effects. So now onto the drums. For the drums, I started by making this little snap pattern. And then I copied that pattern into FL Studio. Made it very simple, very vibey. I don't know, I think it fits well. Next thing I did was add some reverb again and made the snap a bit more like echoey. And then I added an EQ to soften the high-end frequencies. Finally, I started to vibe out a little and then made this rough idea of a lyrical melody. Okay. Hey. 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 Alright, hold up. Next, I made this little kick pattern right here. And then added some effects. Really, I only added one effect, and it was this thing called Sound Goodizer, which basically beefs up the kick a bit and makes it sound a bit bassier. Last part of the drums was the hi-hats, and for the hi-hats, I just made this pattern that repeats every 2 steps. But I did add a second hi-hat just to make it hit harder in a few spots. I tried to add more and make it more complex, but it just wasn't panning out, so I left it as a 2-step pattern. Next part was the keys. I played around with a couple different synths until I found this key sound called FG Dancehall Pike, I believe. And then using that, I tried out different melodies, see what I liked, and then I made this key pattern right here. Next, I did the bass, or I should say I attempted to do the bass because I ended up struggling with it. I tried different types of basses, I couldn't find one that I liked, and I ended up just not adding any bass at all. I was getting kind of frustrated and felt like my chords were a little bland, so I went on YouTube to see if I could learn how to make them a bit better. I watched this video called Tricks to Make Your Chords More Interesting from this guy called Servita Music. I hope I said that right. And he's a bit too high energy for me, but he is a good teacher and he has taught me a lot of what I know about making beats. So I do recommend his channel if you want to know more about making music. I added what he called passing chords to make it sound a bit better, and not gonna lie, I think I might have made it sound worse. Nothing wrong with passing chords, I think I just did them like very wrong. But anyways, I added those chords and then I quantized them, same as before, yada yada yada. And then I added this arpeggio effect. After that, I started to feel a bit sleepy and I even took a little mini nap right here. And then after my nap, I got up and was like, yeah, I'm just gonna wrap things up right here. So finally, I saved my beat, which is a really bad habit to be saving it at the end, because if FL crashes while you're working, then you're basically fucked and all your work is gone, so don't do that. But yeah, I saved the file and then I stopped recording and went to bed. And that's everything for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Next, I'll probably finish the beat and arrange it because I don't want to leave this one incomplete this time. And then after that, we'll see where I go from there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.